I meant to, apologise for yesterday. I honestly didn't know what to reply, so there was an awkward silence again. That's okay. It's fine. I've gotten used already to receiving confessions from strangers. What the? Okay. It's not something I particularly take pride in or anything, just saying. It's like routine. Routine. Jesus Christ. Sort of. Although, saying that, I imagine it's a bit like when I had a blue mohawk and you get random girls stopping you in the street going, oh, can I have a photo? Honestly, that did happen several times. It was really odd. But, yes, that surprised Met. Surprised me. Is interrupting other people a habit of his or something? He's done it once. Once. That's not a habit. That's once. That's one time. One. Uno. Don't know any other languages. I'll stop there. I meant what I said yesterday. You can't apologise and then go, yeah, but I meant it. Look, sorry for punching you, but you are a prick. That doesn't work. That makes the apology void. Okay? Only now realise that his blush had disappeared. They really like that I only now realised. They like saying that. Please give me a chance to prove myself. Whoa, wait! Is this what Malcolm was warning me about? Timid men and how some of them actually turn out to be unexpectedly aggressive when the situation calls for it. Second conversation. Pick-up artists are better than that. Ray looked determined and I was taken aback for a moment. To mulling over, we're suddenly from the north of England. To mulling over what sort of reply I should be given here. That's all I can do. That's like my one northern accent. Just Yorkshire. See, yeah, in England, I've said before, though, accents vary. If you're from the north, you have a weird accent. If you're from the south, you have the stereotypical sort of middle-class English voice. Yeah, mulling over what sort of reply I should be giving him. Yet no words come out of my mouth. I was starting to feel pretty awkward, so much so that I began to inch away from him, avoiding his gaze. Well, to think I'd meet Mr. Eyesore so early in the morning. Akira! Suddenly the music kicks in. We've decided we need to set a tone. Now, I can't help noticing that he looks slightly like a lizard. Also, that visual novel problem of eyes going over the hair and eyebrows too. Look, you can't see eyebrows over the hair, nor can you see side of eyes over the hair. That's silly. Also, I don't want to point out, but if you are going to murder people in your spare time, Akira, can you please not show up into the same, in work in the same t-shirt that you've been doing it in? It's not okay. That's a very V-neck top as well. Hey there! His blonde hair is still as vibrant as ever. It's always reminded me of the sun. Why? It's a completely different colour. In typical Akira fashion, he put an arm on my shoulders. Just let him. We're the lower guy here, and I do not want to end up with the other guy. I say that like we're getting this up. Also, that's the oddest thing I've seen in a while. Look, if we save it here, yeah, you can now see the date. Howdy ho. Main menu, right? This is a custom menu. Someone's put work into how good looking and pretty this menu is with custom buttons. You go here, suddenly, default Renpai options. And then I load it there, ugly choice options. That's so odd. They could, yeah, whatever, just let him. I decided against removing his arm to avoid putting him in a foul mood, something which would have undoubtedly affected his performance. He produces the best results when he's in a good frame of mind. Exactly, I'm an underling, let's not get any ideas. Amira smirked triumphantly and then sneered at Ray. Hey, eyesore. He grumbled when Ray decided not to respond. So yes, this is Akira. We're breaking the fourth wall again. He debuted in modelling way back, when he was still 7. He was a child prodigy during childhood. Oh, that phrase amuses me. Today, he was mostly known for his androgynous face. Yeah, that's how faces are explained. He once modelled for a makeup brand and no consumer suspected he was a male. Really? When did it go out to you? Stevie Wonder Weekly? You shouldn't hang around with the likes of him, Macy. His dullness could be contagious. Ray still refused to utter a word. He's handling this situation pretty impressively. No, the impressive thing would to be walking away. And you shouldn't bully the new guy, Akira. A good reputation is important in this kind of business, you know. I will if he stops hitting on you. Akira gave Ray yet another hostile glare. Everyone ought to know your mind. You're mine. Okay. Everyone ought to know. Well, now know you're mine. I think that's what that's supposed to say. I belong to no one, Akira. And maybe you should change your bad attitude or you'll be out of this industry sooner than you'd expect. I teased him. That's not teasing! Get real! Start learning what teasing is. This isn't, oh, you can't take a joke. You're openly mocking these people about their career. The fuck is this music? Oh god, okay, so it just had a good ending and now it's rather unceremoniously looped. Oh, for God's sake. If Dagger's the quiet type, then Akira's loud and boisterous. It can entertaining. I just assumed there was a B there. It can be entertaining, but sometimes he overdoes it. However, the cocky guy flashed his handsome smile at me. Then teach me. Akira whispered to me. His breath tickled my cheek as he unexpectedly stole a quick kiss. I wasn't about to let that go, but he fled the room, sticking his tongue out at me. He is the most cunning guy I've ever met. Yes. I mean, generally speaking, when you kiss people and run away, it's considered, you know, illegal? Like, you're not supposed to do that? That's not cunning? I brought a hand to the offended cheek and finally took the opportunity to glance at Ray. He had remained expressionless throughout the whole ordeal. Well, the way he had dealt with Akira's taunts was certainly remarkable. No, he should have walked away. Don't mind him, he's always like that. Ray remained quiet and just glared at me. What? This is pretty awkward. Was he affected by Akira's act a moment ago? I won't lose. This doesn't happen in real life. This is not a... Whatever. Said he, leaving me speechless. He ran off after that without waiting for my reply. What was that about? I love how... Look, Mason, his face for being... What? Is exactly the same as his smiling face, just with a drop of sweat there. So lazy. Malcolm, I think you're right after all. We won't be going after him. There are 3 people, because this is a dating simulator. There are always 3 people. It's 3 or 6. It can't be anywhere in between that. There has to be someone else. The rest of the staff had finally arrived. We just skipped ahead. Had finally arrived and the other models were on their way. I was done with Dagger's preliminary makeup and was now waiting for the shoot's main theme to be announced. You don't know? Why don't you know you're the makeup artist? This should be done way in advance. In the meantime, I could hear Kimmy giving her talent some reminders. Listen to me, Dagger. If you slack off today, I'll confiscate everything you hold, dear. Well, everything I can confiscate. Are we clear? I'm pretty sure managers can't do that. Everything she says. As always, Dagger kept quiet and only nodded. Being a former model and all, Kim has been trying to impart her knowledge on Dagger to make him more successful. I glanced around the room and spotted Akira. I always see that Street Fighter guy every time they mention Akira. It's not even Akira, is it? It's Akuma. Alright, well, that'd be why it took me a few seconds every time. Whose attention was single-mindedly focused on a conversation he was having over the phone. The guy never gives a damn about anything but what's coming out of his mouth. He's always talking to someone. I mean, surely the conversation we just had proves that that's not true. Whatever. Maybe some other time. Yeah. Probably a girl. And then there was Ray, who was talking to a senior photographer. I guess he was just asking for some tips to improve his technique. Yeah, okay, so what we did there with Akira, just casually bisexual. There we are, done. Easy. So easy, just like that. You don't have to say, oh, he's openly bisexual. No, just show me. Easy. Yes, I'm still getting used to it though. I chuckled in amusement when Kim excitedly yelled out to someone, Klein! I glanced behind me, and there he was, in front of the door, a tall, dignified man with piercing blue eyes, accompanied by a man in black suit, and a woman in a beige pencil skirt. Yes, this is Klein. It looks a lot like David's thing. I'd go, that's the same shirt. Is it the same bloke? Long time no see, boss. Kim greeted him casually, the way you would greet an old drinking pal. Well, they've known each other for so long, they can just forego formalities. That's how normal people say. I told you not to call me boss, didn't I? Old habits die hard, man. Klein sighed at Kim's antics while she just laughed the matter off. Okay, so this is Klein. What we're going to do, we're going to save it. I'm going to go to David, and I'm going to see if it's the same character. Because it's definitely the same shirt. And it also looks like the same sort of vaguely moody pose. So, hang on. Okay, so the other guy had... okay, so it might not be the same guy. It's just someone who looks very, very similar. Still, though, I mean, like... If I see someone and go, doesn't he look incredibly similar to that other guy? That's worrying. Like, there's not that much of a difference. I mean, look, alright, hang on. If we go and load... It's very similar, come on. It's the hair and the colour of the eyes. That's it. I only know what the colour of the eyes was just because he openly mentioned it. Our president's regarded as one of the most promising young businessmen in the country. He has an enviable background. I'm assuming it's supposed to be, you know, Calvin Klein sort of silliness. Not like a tribute to Kevin Klein. However, he unexpectedly chose not to inherit the family business and funded his own company, our talent agency. Coincidentally, our eyes met and it was a bit awkward. A different kind of awkwardness compared to when I locked eyes with Ray. Let's just say we're acquainted to each other, and not exactly the way you'd expect a boss and employee to be. What does that mean? Why is everything always stereotypes? It's like, right, you work in a very big corporation and the manager is always an asshole. No, the last time I spoke to my boss, I mocked his accent. He's like from sort of Essex way in England, so he speaks a bit like that, right? He's a bit like that. He's a bit constantly like moving. He's always a bit like that here. Like, and I mock it. That's fine. Whatever. He smiled at me, something he does so rarely. I wasn't able to hide my surprise. He's been doing it the whole time. Smile at him or look away. Smile at him. You seem like the not knob one. I smiled in return. It wouldn't hurt to be nice after all, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Let's not forget that he's technically my boss. I respect him greatly and ought to treat him as politely as possible, regardless of what our relationship outside of the workplace is like. Klein clapped his hands twice and went back to his usual unyielding expression. Okay, gather everyone, I have an announcement. We are all gay now, or something. Of course, it's not like he was there to see me. He sauntered to a far corner of the hall and everyone followed him like little ducklings. I'm not reading that. What's that for? Nothing. Look at this woman here playing with me. What was that for? Kim looked at me expectantly with excitement in her eyes. I decided to ignore what she was talking about and play dumb, as this was not the time to talk about personal matters. Nothing. Should there have been any meaning to it? I chuckled at her and we both laughed. Apparently not. Aside from my siblings, Kim's the only one who knows pretty much everything about my private life. She's helped me countless times. Not Melissa, then. Who, we've already said, we tell everything about that, and it seems like your life doesn't really exist too much outside of that. I owe her a lot. Whatever. Just another clap to make sure. Okay, everyone here. Photographers, models, managers. Managers? There's one. Everyone quietly settled down. Klein eyed the small crowd to make sure no one had been left out, then he cleared his throat afterwards. What? He can't remember everyone, surely. It just... Good. A few days ago, I received a call from one of the most prominent fashion and style magazines. Dave. It's a French word. I'm not going to get anywhere near pronouncing it correctly. Everyone started whispering as soon as the magazine's name was announced, like buzzing bees. Dave, huh? That sure brings back memories. Dave is one of the top fashion magazines in the country, and they're slowly expanding internationally, so even just getting a call from them means good news. What? We'd already established that they were quite good from the way that everyone murmured and whispered. Show, don't tell, motherfuckers. To clarify Kim's comment, she modelled for Dave in the past for a couple of years. It's good that you had to clarify it. Her work there could easily be regarded as the turning point of her life. Too bad you're retired. You've retired already. Shut it, Macy. The magazine's anniversary is approaching, and as tradition dictates, they're going to release an anniversary issue, which is going to be heavier than their usual releases. And the reason Dave called us is... Klein paused dramatically as the crowd eagerly awaited the next words. Oh my god. Alright, well, it's not going to be bad news, is it? Well, it wasn't exactly hard to guess what this was about. They want us to be one of their official partners. Oh dear, I hope you all heard that. 4 people clapped in unison.